Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all for joining today's session on streamlining your hiring process with Zoho Recruit and Zoho Flow. So, this is Gayatri from Zoho Recruit's user education team, and we have Suraj from Zoho Flow. And we'll be walking you through how these tools can make recruitment more efficient, automated, and collaborative. As we go along, please feel free to drop your questions in the chat. We'll take them up during the Q&A session. So here is what we'll be covering today. We'll start with a general overview of Zoho Recruit, followed by a quick look at Zoho Flow. Then we'll walk you through how recruitment team benefits when these two solutions work together. After that, Suraj will do a live demo, and finally we'll wrap up with a Q&A and a short poll to hear your thoughts. So let's get started. So coming to what is Zoho Recruit? Zoho Recruit is our end-to-end recruitment platform designed to help recruiters, staffing agencies, and HR departments to manage the entire hiring process efficiently. So starting from job postings and sourcing candidates to scheduling interviews and onboarding new hires, Zoho Recruit centralizes everything in one place. So it's basically built to be intuitive, flexible, and scalable. So whether you're hiring for 5 roles a year or 500, the platform adapts to your process efficiently. And as many of you know, Zoho has been empowering businesses worldwide with over 80 million users across 150 plus countries. Zoho Recruit is a specialized solution designed exclusively for recruiters and hiring teams. So moving on to a holistic recruitment software, our platform is holistic, meaning it covers the entire recruitment cycle from sourcing the candidates to onboarding new hires. So whether you are a staffing agency managing multiple clients or an in-house HR team building your workforce, Zoho Recruit is designed to scale with your needs. So as you can see here, Zoho Recruit is simple enough to use right away, but powerful enough to handle complex workflows. So we have built it to be intuitive so your team spends less time learning the software and more time hiring top talent. So recruitment is always it always start with sourcing, and Zoho Recruit makes that easier than ever. So you can post jobs to multiple job boards with a single click. So which will leverage employee referrals and even source candidates directly from platforms like LinkedIn. So once you have sourced a pool of candidates, the next challenge is screening, figuring out who's the right fit without spending hours digging through resumes. So Zoho Recruit makes this step much smarter with tools like Resume Harvester, which automatically pulls in resumes, and screening bot, which engages with candidates to collect key information. So all of this flows into a candidate portal where you instantly get a profile summary of each candidate, and instead of manually comparing the resumes, Recruit can suggest the best profile matches for open jobs. So in short, we used to take hours of manual screening, and which is now simplified into a few clicks. Moving on to next part is candidate communication. So communication with candidates is critical, and Zoho Recruit makes it seamless. Whether it's email, SMS, or calls, everything can be managed directly from platform. So you can even automate the updates and set reminders so candidates always feel informed and engaged. So moving on to interviews. With Zoho Recruit, scheduling interviews is simple. So calendars are already synced, reminders are automated, and you can even conduct video interviews without leaving the platform. So it makes the process efficient for recruiters, hiring managers, and candidates alike. So once we have screened and shortlisted the right candidates, the next step is submissions. So sharing the best profiles with clients or hiring managers for approval. So Zoho Recruits makes the process simple, like you can submit candidates directly for client review, and once it is approved, you can roll out offers without any back and forth. So if the client hires the candidate, they can seamlessly be pushed into Zoho Workally for temporary staffing or into Zoho People for HR management. So that way, Recruit ties hiring to the better employee lifecycle. So coming to job descriptions. As you know, recruitment is always a team effort, and Zoho Recruit is built for collaboration. So multiple stakeholders can review candidates, they can share the feedback and make decisions together. So all without losing the track of progress. So yeah, coming to team players, yeah, as you already know, we integrate with top grade software tools to supplement Zoho Recruit's existing offerings and create a highly lucrative hiring process. Finally, we know that recruiters are often on the move. So that's why Zoho Recruit offers a powerful mobile app so you can manage candidates, schedule interviews, and stay up to date anytime and everywhere. So that's a wrap up our overview of Zoho Recruit. Now let's walk you through the Zoho Flow and see how the integration between Zoho Flow and Zoho Recruit unlocks even more automation and efficiency in hiring. So coming to Zoho Flow, let's first understand what Zoho Flow is. So Zoho Flow is an integration platform. You can think of it like a bridge between all the different apps to your business users. So it helps you connect, integrate, and automate workflows without writing code. So whether your tools are in the cloud or on premise, Flow ties them together. Today, Flow supports over 950 applications covering HR, finance, communication, productivity, and more. Which means if your recruitment team is already using external apps for payroll, assessments, or IT provisioning, you can integrate them with Recruit in just a few clicks. Yeah. So why integrate Recruit with Flow? So here is a difference in integration that makes like without Flow, recruiters often struggle with delayed updates, manual data entry across HR and payroll tools, and even missed notification for hiring managers. So with Zoho Flow, updates move across systems instantly. That is, candidate status change in Recruit that reflect everywhere like HR, IT, payroll, etc. So the result is scalable. There is no code setup that adapts to any hiring scenario. So this is the integration in real time. Like we will see case by case scenario for you to understand better. Say a recruiter schedules an interview in Zoho Recruit. So instead of manually updating everyone involved, Recruit automatically syncs the interview details with Google Calendar. So the panel gets notified instantly. So the event appears in their calendar and everyone stays aligned without extra effort. This not only saves time but also prevent last time confusions around schedules. Yeah. Okay, this is what the case one that we have covered now. Coming to case two. So now consider what happens when a candidate is successfully hired. As soon as the candidate is marked as hired in Zoho Recruit, so the data doesn't stop there. A new employee record is created in Zoho People, setting the stage for onboarding. At the same time, they are added to right department in Zoho projects, so work allocation is ready before day one. So this way, recruitment, HR, and project management all stay in sync, ensuring a smooth transition from candidate to employee. So coming to the problem, yeah, why does this matter? Because disconnected systems are expensive and slow. Research shows that companies with integrated HR system hire 73% faster. That is, an ATS can cut hiring cycles by 60%. But still, many roles take over 44 days to fill with an average cost per hire of about $4,700. So integration directly tackles these inefficiencies. Coming to automating HR with Recruit and Flow. So when you bring Recruit and Flow together, you get faster hiring cycles through real-time data sync and no code workflows that remove repetitive manual tasks and scalability as your hiring grows. So it's about freeing recruiters from admin work so that they can focus on finding the right talent. So yeah, before we close, so these are the useful resources from help docs to pricing and community forums for both Zoho Recruit and Zoho Flow. So you can take a screenshot of these and you can.
So first, we'll take a look at Zoho Recruit. We'll just go through the application and learn how you can streamline your recruitment process with Zoho Recruit. And then we'll move to Zoho Flow and learn how to automate or integrate Zoho Recruit with other applications using Zoho Flow. So first, Zoho Recruit, as we know, is a recruitment application which can help you streamline your whole recruitment process. So typically, what all actions would you want to do if you are a recruiter, if you want to recruit a person in your organization? So ideally, you would want to create job openings, and then you would want to source candidates for those job openings, and then you would want to schedule assessments for them, interviews for them, and then send an offer letter. Then they're an employee, and then you can move on to the next process. So to perform all these actions, you can do this all in one single application, which here is Zoho Recruit. Zoho Recruit comes in two different editions. One is the one that you use internally for your organization to manage your recruitment. The other edition is for HR agencies to manage their clients, customers, and all. So that will have a couple of different modules. Right now, we are going to look at the internal edition where organizations use. So we'll start with creating a job opening, which will be the first step when you want to hire a person for your organization. So you go to job openings tab here. This is where you get to create new job openings. You can import a job opening if you want to from your documents or offline, or else you can click here to create a new job opening. Once you click that, you'll have all these fields. You can fill them out. If there are any number of questions, you can fill them here. The title, the department name, everything can be filled out. You can add a JD or any requirements if required. So once that is done, you can give save and publish. So you can have this job opening listed in any job board like Monster and all. Or if you want to have it listed on your career site, that also can be done using Zoho Recruit. So if you want a pre-existing template to fill out your JD, you can also do that with Zoho Recruit. Here, you can choose any template that you want that you can create on your own. That I'll show you later how to set up a template. So once that is done, as you see here, the title, the industry, the type of job, even the JD is filled out here. This here can be changed if you want to with the help of Zia, Zoho's AI assistant. Using this, you can rephrase the job description if you want to. You can summarize it, or you can also change it. So see here if you enter a prompt, let's say rephrase this content for an opening in New York, it'll add a bit more customization based on the region or based on any factors that you give. So it makes customization of your job description easier here. So as you see here, it is changed. So it is the location is mentioned. So if you want to make any other changes, also it can be done with this feature here. So that's how you create a job opening in Zoho Recruit. So you have your job opening created. Next step would be sourcing candidates. So once the job opening is created, is listed on your job boards, is listed on your career site, people will register for it, and you will get your candidates, which you can actually manage here. Let's say you go here, and all the associated candidates will be listed here, and the summary of the sourcing. Any candidates, the source from which you got them will be listed here again. That is one way to do it. The other way is you can go ahead and source candidates for this particular job. So this can be through a walk-in, through an interview or college interview or something like that, through a campus interview or something like that. So if you have a sheet where you have all your candidates listed, you can upload it to Zoho Recruit if it's a spreadsheet or document or anywhere. Or let's say if you want to source resumes from a job board or from a social media platform like LinkedIn, you can use the extract resumes extension in Chrome, and you can just extract the resume from that application, and you can move it to Zoho Recruit here. So if you want to create a candidate manually, you can do that by pressing here and like entering their own details. One other way to do is using the source boosters, which offers you edge to generate a lot more candidates from different sources and all. So resume library here, this is a job board again. So if you want to find candidates for a specific role from the resume library job board, you can do that by just providing your, let's say I'm gonna type in marketing here, which is going to be the role I'm looking for, and location can be in New York. So click find resumes. every resume that is present in the resume library application that is related to New York and marketing will be listed here. You can just unlock these resumes with the credits that you have purchased for this particular job board, and you can have it move to that particular job booking that you want to. It's pretty simple. So you can do this with any job board you want. As you see here, you have Monster, CV Library, Found It India, any job board that you want to, you can source uh, candidates from them easily. The other way to do is the resume harvester, which is a step ahead. You can look for resumes from every job board that you want to. As you see here, all these job boards, you can select all these job boards. Again, you can go ahead with the role you're looking for here, and I'm going to change it to United States, and again, New York. So yeah, in every resume in all these job boards based on your specifications will be listed here. And again, you can unlock them based on the credits that you have for this particular job board. Simple. So now you have your job openings and you have candidates sourced for these job openings. So that is done. Next step would be assessing these candidates, whether they are good for the job. For that, you need to conduct assessments. That can also be done here in Zoho Recruit. You can go to go to the assessments tab here, and you can click here to create a new assessment. So there's the candidate assessment, recruiter assessment, and the interviewer assessment. So this is named based on who was filling out the assessment form. So for example, the candidate assessment here is an assessment that you can create for your candidates and send it to them, and they will fill it out, and the data will be present in Recruit for you to review it. Recruiter assessment here is your recruiter will contact the candidate, have a conversation, and their thoughts about this candidate can be listed here. And interviewer assessment is similar to that of an interview. An interviewer can fill it out after they have the first round or something. So this you can create manually if you want to, or it can also be generated with AI here. You can give the posting title, the industry. Let's say I'm gonna give senior marketer, the industry, say generate. You can also choose the level of interview that you want to give. It can be easy, hard, anything that you want. You click on generate, and you will have your assessment prepared by AI on its own. So this is taking some time, but anyway, that is how you generate assessments using Zia Assistant here. I think we'll wait a couple of seconds for it to load. Yeah, so you have your assessment here. So the questions, the hints, everything, you can add, have them added here if you want to, or you can have them changed also based on what you want. So that's how you create an assessment. So you have your assessment sent to your candidate. They've finished the assessment, and you think they are eligible for an interview. The next step again here is creating an interview for them. So you go to the interviews tab here, and then you can schedule an interview for this candidate with your team, with anyone in your team. So you can take this application forward. Just a minute, I think it's got to do something with the internet. So yeah, you have the interviews tab here. You can go here again click here for a interview. There are again 3 types of interviews. One is formal interview, the other one is video interview, and the other one is login interview. Formal interview is the interviews that we generally have. You can schedule a formal interview with them, and emails can be sent to this particular person. And once that is done, they will visit your office, or you want to do it online. That is up to you. You can have it scheduled again. So similar to that, you have the video interview, which can either be scheduled online, or it can also be a video interview where the person fills out records a video of themselves for the questions that you ask, and then they can share it here. You can assess them, and you can choose whether you want to go ahead with this person or not. And the third one here is login interview. This could be an impromptu interview that you conduct when you actually meet someone in a campus interview, or meet someone abruptly, and you have to conduct an interview with them. You have the details, but you can go to Recruit later and have it logged. That's how it is worked. You can create a interview by clicking here and providing the required details here. It can be an internal interview, candidate name, It is all pre-populated. You can just choose based on what we have created here. Once it is done, you can go to candidates, and let's say you're selecting this particular candidate, you can send an email to them. So again, I'm going to choose template here, which is going to be send an assessment, or or you can also invite them for an interview based on templates that you create. So templates you can actually set up in this place called templates in setup. You can create any new template you want here. This can be used to send emails, or if you want to create an assessment or create an interview or a job description, anything. It can be a template that you create here, which you can use later, and you can map the details if required. So that's how this worked. So that is done. Your interview is done. You have hired this candidate. So you've decided to hire this candidate. So what would you want to do next? You would want to send them an offer letter. So to do that, you can go to the offers tab here and create a new offer. Again, the template here, it's pre-existing. We've already created one. You can choose this, and the basic information can be filled out. Let's say I'm gonna customer success manager. Candidate name is, let's say it's someone you've already pre-populated. It should be, wait a minute, look for a different title here. So yes. So anyway, there's no pre-populated candidates in this particular account. So if you have such a pre-populated candidates, you can have them selected here. And if you can, if you provide the required information, you can take a preview of the offer letter, which will be mapped based on the information that you give here. So once that is done, you have your offer letter sent to the candidate the same way that we saw here. In the candidates model, you click on the candidate, and you send an email. You can choose the template that you want to. So that is done. You have a new employee hired in your organization. So that is how Zoho Recruit works. It can streamline your whole recruitment process by having all the steps involved in the recruitment process done in a single application. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to maintain papers. You don't have to worry about it. You can just have everything sorted out, streamlined in one application. But what if you want to move this data across from Recruit to any other application that you want to? Let's say you're maintaining a sheet that is shared with everyone in your organization with the list of candidates. So how would you move data from Recruit to sheet? Or let's say you want to notify the hiring manager of a particular team saying that we have a new candidate, we can schedule an interview for them. So how do you get notify them? This kind of actions that happen in two different applications. One in Recruit, the other one could be in a messaging app or a sheet application, spreadsheet application. How do you do that? Manually doing it is not feasible for any organization because it takes a lot of time and it can lead to errors also. That is where an application like Zoho Flow comes in. Zoho Flow is an integration platform that allows you to connect two or more applications together and streamline workflows between them, automate workflows between them. So this is how Zoho Flow's My Flow section, the main page looks like. Here you have a list of all the flows that you created. You can just turn them on or off here, and you can just check how they work by clicking on any of these flows. So to create a new flow, which we are going to do now, you click here. So the workflow we are going to build now is, let's say you have a new candidate added to Zoho Recruit. You want to move this information to a particular sheet. Once that is done, you want to notify your hiring manager saying that, hey, a new candidate has been added. Once that is also done, you want to create a folder in your OneDrive application for this particular candidate. So all the documents or assessments of this candidate can be added to this application, this OneDrive. So here you have three different actions that you want to happen based on an event that you perform in Zoho Recruit. So we'll set up this workflow now. I'm going to name this workflow recruitment management workflow, or let's say recruitment. Yeah, this will be fine. The description is optional. So click on create, you move to the next page, which will be the triggers page. So a trigger is an event that will kickstart your workflow. So like I told, the candidate being added in Zoho Recruit is your trigger because that is the event that will happen for the rest of the actions for it to happen. So in this scenario, you're going to go with the app trigger. But if you want your workflow to get triggered every day, or every week or every month, you can go with a schedule trigger. And similarly, if you want to automate tasks out of a third-party application, that custom application that you have and that has webhook support, you can use the webhook trigger. Again, the URL trigger here, you can use it to integrate with custom third-party applications in case there's no webhooks also. And you have the email trigger here, which can help you pass incoming emails. Let's say you receive a temporary email. Let's say it's an Uber bill. So you have this bill, you want particular information from this email. Let's say it's the fare, the driver's name, the customer's name, and all move to a particular sheet. It can be done with the email trigger. Every time a similar email is received, the details will be passed from this email and moved to a particular sheet. And then you have the RSS at Atom feed trigger, which can trigger workflows based on updates in an RSS feed. And finally, you have a subflow here, which is not exactly a trigger. It is a block of actions and logic which can be brought into your workflow to avoid repetitive steps. So if you have 3-4 steps that you want to use in multiple workflows, you don't have to build them every single time. You can use a subflow and you can just group it all together and then call whenever required. So here, as per our requirement, we're going to use the app trigger. Recruit is the application that we are looking at today. So you can click on the application, go next. So the candidate created in Recruit will kickstart your workflow, which is exactly a record. So you choose the recorded created trigger and you choose next. So here I have an existing connection, which I'm going to choose. But if you want to build a new connection, you can do that by clicking this button here. This is to connect your Recruit platform with this application. Your account, your credentials can be connected to Zoho Flow so that you can initiate any integrations that you want. So once you set up this authorization, once you set up this connection, you can just integrate workflows easily every time by selecting the account from the dropdown. So the variable name is trigger. The modules, I'm going to choose candidates because we are working on a candidate here. So I click done and I have my trigger created. So next, I want to have the information of this candidate move to a sheet. So Zoho Sheet is the spreadsheet application that I'm using. So Zoho Sheet, you drag and drop create row here. I have my connection set up, so it's already selected. I'm going to choose the candidates spreadsheet. So here is where the work happens. You can map data from your Recruit application to Zoho Flow, to Zoho Flow, so that any specific data can be moved from this to from Recruit to other application dynamically based on the field that you choose. So here I'm going to choose ID. So candidate ID will be selected here. So anytime a candidate ID is realized or found out by Zoho Flow, it will be moved to Zoho Sheet. Next, we have, I'm going to choose name. All these data variables can be mapped here easily. This should be first name. This should be last name. And I'm going to choose the email here and the phone number. No, the phone number should not come here. Should be here. Yep. So done. You have your first action set up. So once this is done, the next step would be sending a notification to your hiring manager saying we have a new candidate. I'm going to use Zoho Click here as my messaging application. Message in channel. So I've created a hiring channel where any new candidate updates will be notified. This is to manage all the candidates. So in this channel, new candidates channel, I'm going to send a message saying hello, a new candidate has been added, name, email, phone. So here again we can map the variables. I'm going to go with the full name here, the email, and then we have the phone number. So done. You have your next action setup. And then we have the final action, which is creating a folder for this particular candidate in work drive, so that you can manage all the documents of this candidate in a single place. So to identify the folder easily, I would want to use the name of the candidate along with the ID. This will be easy for me to track this candidate. So I have a my folder section where I have all my folders. As you see here, this is my folders in Zoho Drive. This is where I have all my folders. That is where I want my candidate folder to be created. I have a parent folder again called candidate details, which will help me organize my details much more easily. So when you click on done, you have your workflow set up. This is your workflow. So I'm going to turn this workflow on. Switched on. So I'll just show you how this works. So I'm going to create a new candidate here, and you'll see every other action happening subsequently. So let's say gmail.com. Walter White. The phone number here is I'm going to just type a random phone number. So I'm going to click on save. To see here, a new candidate has been created with the name Walter White. You already see I have received a notification in Zoho Click saying a new candidate has been added with the details that I just provided. So if you go to Zoho Sheet, I'm gonna just reload this. Again, I'm gonna show you here. So you have the candidate created here, Walter White, and then you have the candidate along with the ID as the name that you mentioned, as a folder name that you created. So that is how Zoho Flow works. You create a trigger. You can look for actions here. Zoho Flow supports 1,000+ applications, so you can just drag and drop actions from any application that you want. Zoho Flow supports workflows, applications that are both Zoho and on-Zoho apps also, as well as we support integrations with on-premise applications as well. So that is how you build a workflow. Apart from this, Zoho Flow also offers a set of logic elements for you to add more customization and make your workflows decide what to do next. To show you a demo of that, I've already have a pre-built workflow here for you, which can be this one. Yep, it is this one. So I'm going to give you the same scenario. New candidate has been added. Now you have two different sheets. One is for sales candidates, and the other one is for marketing candidates. You want to manage these two sheets separately because it is easier for organizing, right? For your managers or for the hiring managers or for anyone to just access these sheets. It will be easier if they are split across different verticals as such. So you don't have to manually segregate them from one sheet. You can have Zoho Flow do that for you. You have the logic tab here where you have the decision function, which you can just drag and drop here, and you can just select to create different conditions here. So position uplink for if it is marketing, it will go through this branch. If it is sales, it will go through this branch. So you can create more such decisions as well. This helps your workflow make decisions on its own based on the inputs that is provided. This makes your work much more easier. You can also delay a workflow, make an action perform like 1 day later, 1 week later, 1 month later, if you want to. Or if you want to build a custom workflow and add a lot of more customizations to it, with a little bit of coding, you can also use the custom functions here. You can use deluge coding to bring more customization. Like let's say if you want to apply discount to a shop e-commerce workflow, or if you want to translate the language from one workflow to other, those kind of convert the correct currency, those kind of customizations that can happen with the custom functions feature here. So that's about it. That's how Zoho Flow works. That's how you can integrate your applications together and streamline all your operations. You get to manage all your integrations in one place, helping you have one single platform for all your integrations.